So today topic is column chromatography. This is the advanced version of TLC chromatography, and also this technique exactly made exactly to do only for the separation of phytochemical or plant-related metabolites. So this chromatography used to separate very effective manner of phytochemicals or phyto related compounds. But this chromatography not suitable for some synthetic or other related biochemicals. Why? Because uh, those molecules are macromolecules, so it can not easily penetrate in the column, uh, even the natural manner. Yes, naturally it cannot migrate. Yes, through this column. So this column chromatography not suitable for separation of macromolecules. This only separate the phyto-related secondary metabolites or phytochemicals. Phytochemicals means you know very well pigments, terpenoids, flavonoids, alkaloids, xanthonin, glycosides, tannin. So whatever this is the plant-related phytochemicals. Okay, especially in the colored pigments, for example, xanthophyll, uh, chlorophyll, lycophilins, or other colored compounds. Yes. Moreover, this chromatography is commercially useful to separate the phytochemicals. But other chromatographies, for example, um, affinity chromatography, ion exchange chromatography, HPLC, gel permeation, those chromatographies are not commercially uh, not used, only using the research purpose. Yes. This chromatography is commercially used and very easy to do the technique. But this is the advanced version of TLC. The principle of column chromatography is similar to TLC. Okay. So what are the steps are there, how we to do, what are the principles, how we select the stationary phase and mobile phase. So what are the things we can learn one by one. Okay, in very detailed manner. Let's go. Column chromatography is a technique um, for separation of components mixture by continuous distribution of components between the two phases. Compared to TLC, TLC is a discontinuous distribution. Yes, discontinuous distribution of a solute molecule or sample molecule in the TLC plate. Uh, but the column chromatography, the solute molecules, sample molecules are continuously distributed. Yes, and also interacted with the two phases. One is called mobile phase, one is called stationary phase. Okay. When the chromatography is carried out in the column is called column chromatography. So the name of the chromatography was derived only in the column-like structure. Yes. But instead of the column, we are using another type of equipments. This chromatography is called gravity chromatography. Why we call this chromatography is a gravity chromatography means because we are adding the sample in the upward, the top of the column, the samples are migrated and we collect the fractions of the sample. Yes. So this separation directly on the gravity. So the separation based on the gravity is called gravity chromatography. Please keep your mind. The column chromatography, extremely valuable technique extremely valuable for the purification of synthetic and natural products. Column chromatography is an extremely valuable technique for purification of synthetic and natural products. The components are separated by the column chromatography through the same mechanism of TLC. The principles of TLC is the distribution of molecules based on the solubility of the substances plus adsorption at AD, adsorption of solute molecule to the stationary phase and mobile phase. The same principles added here. Yes. So here the solid molecule similarly solubility as well as adsorption. Yes. The adsorption by some intramolecular forces like ionic interaction, hydrogen bond, van der Waals, electrostatic interactions, except the covalent interaction. Yes. So this is called adsorption. Okay. So here, when the mixture of compound is dissolved in the mobile phase, introduced in the column, yes, the individual compounds move through the different rate depending upon their relative affinities. The relative affinities means the molecules, how it's interacted with the stationary phase and how it's interacted with the mobile phase. This is called affinity. Relative affinities means the rate of affinity between the stationary phase and sample versus mobile phase. The components are lesser affinity. The components means sample components, a solute, we are going to separate, which have lesser affinity towards the stationary phase, move very fast because it's less affinity to the stationary phase and mobile phase. It can elute more fast. It can faster eluted out the column first, followed by the greater affinity towards the stationary phase and mobile phase. Those components molecules are move very slower, and also is eluted very late. Yes. So regarding this phenomena, the components are separate. So we can vary either lesser affinity molecule, a medium affinity, and stronger affinity. So compare these. The lesser affinity eluted first, then the medium affinity components, then the greater affinity molecules. Yes. So this is the basic principles of column chromatography. Affinity means the affinity was carried out by intramolecular bonds, and also not only intramolecular bonds. This is controlled by polarity of the solvent, solubility of the molecule, pressure of the column, and also available space in the column, type of stationary phase we are using, and also width of the column, length of the column, purity of the sample, volume of the sample, concentration of the samples recording. So please keep to your mind. Just I'm telling what is the principles of column chromatography. This is the key word we are routinely used in the column chromatography aspect. The famous word is called, I'm just mentioned the very famous word, stationary phase, mobile phase, you know very well this terminology, and also sample, and also these two words are exclusively used for the column chromatography, especially elution and elutate and elutant. Elution is a process, elutant is a solvent which carries the elutate. Elutate is the sample molecule. Yes. Okay. Elution is a process. Elutant, elutate. Yes, you kept your mind. You know very well, stationary phase is absorbent. Mobile phase is the famous solvent which contains polar non-polar mixture in the form of liquid. So it's all by the solid and liquid. This is called solid liquid chromatography, and the similar like of TLC. Yes, okay. You know, sample. You know, this is a famous molecule we are going to separate, and also it contains mixture of samples. Elution means a process removing the components from the column by the interaction of elutate and elutant. Yes. So elutate is a separated component. Before separation, this molecule is called a sample. After separation, it's called elutate. Okay. So finally, this is a major formula we are using to find out the R. R is called resolution. The resolution of the separation based on the rate of movement of components divided by the rate of movement of mobile phase. Yes. These two are inversely proportional. This is components in our sample mobile phase. Stationary phase already fixed in the column, so it's never migrated, it's never altered. Yes, and also okay. So only we are considering the mobile phase, not into the stationary phase. Okay. Rate of movement of mobile phase, how it's affect the rate of components? The questions are raised. Yes, if you are using low polarity solvent to high polarity solvents. If you are, for example, low polarity means if you get a benzene, diethyl ether, acetonitrile, likewise ethanol, and so if you are going, finally water is the high polarity solvent. So what kind of solvent you are using? What is the polarity of the solvent based on the components going to separate? Yes. Why the polarity is effectively affect the components means because the components are readily soluble to the mobile phase. Then only it separate. Yes. Okay. So the polarity of the solvent is determining the rate of movement of mobile phase, and also followed by the rate of movement of mobile phase, our sample is migrated. So finally, these two value we consider the resolution, the chromatography. So we can obtain 70% of resolution. If you got 70% of resolution from the column chromatography, the column chromatography very good. You are did very successfully. Suppose if your result may be got less than 70%, the chromatography result is not good. So we never consider the sample because the sample not separated. Yes. So please keep your mind. But we are trying to attaining the greater than 70% of resolution. Okay. Stationary phase is more important in the column chromatography. So if you are choosing the stationary phase, it has some ideal properties. What is the ideal properties? The particle size. Particle size is 60 to 200 microns. So this size of stationary phase, it can produce the uh, wide volume. Wide volume. Yes. Wide volume means the volume of space between the spherical shape of stationary phase, which readily allow the sample molecule at the time of migration. Okay. So if you are taking the this micron level, moreover, you got the ideal or uniform size of the pore. Yes, this pore will allow the sample molecule. Okay. So please keep your mind, not take the 50, 40, 30 micron and not take the 200 or 300 micron level stationary phase. Okay. This stationary field should have highly mechanical stable or mechanically stable. Side one more property, and also it exhibit inert and insoluble in mobile phase. Yes, mechanically stable, inert, and insoluble in mobile phase. Suppose if you are choosing the stationary phase, maybe soluble in the mobile phase, we never attain the separation. Suppose we are giving some mechanical pressure because the time of column packing, so we give some pressure. So that time the selected stationary phase to resistant against the pressure and mechanical force at the time we are given. So it's always inert, then only the, never reacted to sample molecules or mobile phase. Okay. Usually is colorless. Is more important, but these properties are not suitable for uh, stationary phase, but always it's colorless. Okay, should allow the free flow of mobile phase. Hmm? Some of these stationary fields are not allowed the mobile phase at the free flow. Okay, so you choose the stationary phase, that phase to allow the uh, mobile phase free flow. Okay. So regarding this ideal property, uh, stationary phase are divided into three: weak, medium, strong. What is mean? What is mean by weak means? So those kind of stationary phase are not allow the ideal properties. Maybe sometimes it's broken down and easily readily soluble. So the medium absorbance to obey some properties. Example, the calcium hydroxide to obey the some properties, but it's readily soluble in the mobile phase. Magnesium carbonate are easily broken down when it's dry. Yes. So some of the factors is obey. So these strong absorbent or stationary phase are obey the all ideal properties. The famous silica gel, alumina, charcoal, magnesia, and fuller earth. Fuller earth is very rare stationary phase, but some of the peoples are using in commercial purpose. Okay. This is the ash of volcano. Ash of volcano is called fuller earth. Hmm. It contains a huge amount of magnesium, aluminum, and magnesium, and also silicon dioxide. Yes, activated magnesia is a magnesium chloride. Charcoal, very well, calcium oxyhydroxide. This is alumina Al2O3, the famous uh, stationary phase we are using for separation of some biomolecules. So and also you considered some of the factors in addition. The selection of absorbent based, uh, weak absorbent and strong absorbent. So this property is called, what is called means, during the time of separation of molecules, the molecules how to interact with the stationary phase alone. Yes. Regarding that, this absorbent classified into two. One is weak, one is strong. Yes. Suppose if you are choosing the weak absorbent, uh, some of the components are adjourned. Yes. And also, if you are not make the longer column, you know very well, the length of the column is will given the good resolution, a good result. Yes, the length of the column is also more important. Hmm. So the time, if you are choosing the absorbance to obey the longer length of the column. Yes, because during the time of packing we are giving some pressures using some piston. So that stationary phase to resisting the pressure. Yes, for the longer column packing. Yes, it allows some different affinities. You know very well. Each stationary phase or absorbent having uniform absorbent. Yes, uniform absorbent by these one or two bonds, like electrostatic bond or some um, affinity bonds. Hmm? But some of the absorbents are involve more than adsorption, like some portion of absorbance to attract the hydrogen bond based attraction. Some portion of the absorbent may be involve the electrostatic interactions or affinities to the solid molecule. Yes, so you select the uniform affinity property of absorbent. Yes, for the separation of the corresponding molecules. It's more important. Yes, and also you are not choosing the strong absorbent. Yes, because it's more components are uh, get interacted, and also we select the similar affinities and short column. Yes. So this more strong absorbents are effectively used for separation of column chromatography. Chromatography we are using developers. Developer means uh, we are always play with the colorless molecule. Yes, most of the biomolecules are colorless, so we cannot identify where it's moved and also where it's eluted, when it's eluted, whether it's migrated or not. So some of the problems are arised during the column chromatography. Instead of the colorless, we are using colored substance to the molecules. Those molecules are called developers. Developers are called colored molecules. Colored molecules. The colored molecules are not interfere the absorption or solubilization and other phenomena. It's only identify where the molecules are migrated, where the mobile phase are migrated, when it's eluted, how we collected. So those informations are directly indicated by the developer molecules. Number two is a mobile phase. So mobile phase some properties. What is that? Um, the introduce the mixture into the column is called a solvent or mobile phase. You are always giving the mixture of solvents. Sometimes we are taking the polar and non-polar solvent mixtures, the case of TLC. But here we are using more than 2 and 3 solvents. Why we are using this 2 and 3 solvents means first solvent, for example, first we take one solvent for packing the column and determine the wide volume. Yes, how much volume of sample was occupied in the column. For that purpose, we are using one type of solvent. The second type of solvent is uh, medium polar solvent, and also the polarity of the polarity of the compound, the polarity of the solvent may be equal at the time of we are using second solvent. Okay, so the second solvents only allow the migration of the solid molecule alone. Yes. Okay, third type of solvents, we are using the elution purpose. So after separation, we increase the polarity. So due to the interaction between the stationary phase and solute, so this third type of high polar solvent to interfere the intramolecular force, finally the exact components of the molecule uh, separated from the column. Yes, this is called eluted solvent. Yes, so different type of solvents we employ. Yes. Okay. So the second solvent is a developing agent. This is only developing the bands, developing bands according to their uh, molecular, intramolecular force between the stationary phase and the solid molecule. Okay. Finally, we are using third type of solvents called elutant. So this is elutant is usually high polar solvent. Yes. So we are using different type of solvents. This is the common image of column chromatography. This is the direction of migration. This is the stopcock, you know very well. So before you are preparing the column, you can use the cotton or glass wool for the prevent the flow of stationary phase to the stopcock. Yes, okay, and also freely allow the sample also. Yes, instead of glass wool, we are using sand also. Hmm? Suppose instead of cotton or glass wool, using sand. Alumina, the famous stationary phase. This is called this area is the length of the column, or this area occupied by the stationary phase. This area occupied by the uh, elutant. So after that you are adding the sample. Hmm? Okay. This is the procedure. After get separated, maybe the three bands are observed, which means this band not effectively interacted with the stationary phase and mobile phase. So it have lesser affinity. So it can migrate it more faster. So compared to this band containing molecules are higher affinity to the stationary phase and mobile phase. This is the medium affinity to the stationary phase and mobile phase. Yes. So flow of migration and also 70 percentage of the column contains stationary phase, remaining 20 percentage of column containing elutants, remaining 10 percentage of the column containing sample. Yes, this is the usual procedure.